Happy Friday nights, I'm Nola Pickering.
And I'm Iman Hussein.
And we welcome you back to another episode of Night View.
This week, Night View collected student and faculty thoughts on the new masking and testing protocol, effective Tuesday, March 1st. Let's go to Nola with more.
On February 25th, Atlanta Public Schools announced significant new COVID protocol. Effective Tuesday, March 1st, masks would become optional, mandatory employee testing would move to once per week, and testing would not be required for students participating in athletics and extracurricular activities. Since the new protocol's implementation earlier this week, Midtown has seen varying teacher and student reactions.
I've been uncomfortable today. I keep taking my mask on and off, but I am glad personally that we're moving in this direction.
I was very curious to know what percentage of people cared or didn't care about their masks coming off. So I made a Instagram poll on my story, and about 2/3 of them said that they would keep their masks on. A third said they didn't or they didn't really care either way. And there was a range of opinions from kind of shocked that the district was allowing this to kind of indifference and the fact that taking your mask off would be easier. I think that ultimately social pressures to keep your mask on will decrease a lot. So I think by the end of the year, I would expect that no one is really wearing a mask.
For personal reasons, it's important for me to keep my mask on, and I'll be wearing one for the rest of this year. And depending on how things go scientifically, I'll probably be wearing one for a good part of next year as well.
But specifically for chorus, having the mask on really kind of limits singing. It muffles your sound a little bit. It kind of keeps your mouth closed. And so I remember in first period the other day, a few more took their masks off, and all of a sudden it was like they came out of a shell a little bit. So I think we will see more of that. Just again, in our subject area, just because it will help you sing.
Though the response to the protocol is apparent in every hallway and classroom, the sentiments of Midtown extracurricular programs seem particularly relevant, considering the recent announcement nullifies previous APS protocol announced on January 21st, which had mandated that all students participating in sports and extracurriculars be tested twice a week.
I don't have any objections to testing. I welcome testing. I probably, even though I tested on Tuesday, I'll probably go and get tested again on Friday. I think it just is a level of reassurance that I appreciate APS providing for us. I did ask my students who are in the play to follow the protocol as long as it was mandated, and I will encourage them to continue to get tested at least once a week, but I am certainly not mandating anything. So I think testing is a good thing.
As far as how it is now, back to the optional, I think it's fine. We're an outdoor sport, and I think we can space out enough that I don't think they're as much at risk as we would be if, let's say, we were in the gym or something. The girls have all been supportive no matter what throughout the process because they want to just continue playing.
APS COVID policies are ever-changing. We don't yet know what the new protocol will mean for prom or graduation, but Night View works hard to collect the most recent Midtown announcements and information, so keep up with new episodes to find out more. Thanks for tuning in, Knights.
Attention Knights, APS has decided to waive the new community service hour guidelines for the rest of the year and to implement these changes next school year. This means all grade levels are pardoned from these guidelines for the rest of the school year. Service hours can still be attained through school-level activities such as tutoring and assisting with extracurricular activities. But note, they cannot be earned through MAP assessment, surveillance screening, or any other testing methods. Seniors, in order to graduate, 40 service hours are due April 1st. Make sure you get your hours, Knights.
Attention juniors and seniors. Prom information has been officially released. Details for this year's prom, A Night in Vegas, can be found on the Midtown Prom website using the QR code shown on screen. If you have any unanswered questions after visiting the website, you can contact Ms. Dohan at emily.dohan@atlanta.k12.ga.us or by stopping by room E210. Prom will be here before you know it, so get to planning, Knights.
Congratulations to the Midtown Quiz Bowl team for their first place win at the Phoenix Open Tournament on February 19th. The team was led to victory thanks to William Wogemuth, Jacoby Wilkerson, and Damian Reed, and Charles Hates. Additionally, Charles Hayes was recognized as the second overall highest scoring player, William Wogelmuth placed third, and Jacoby Wilkerson placed 10th. Amazing work, Quiz Bowl. You make Midtown proud.
The Armed Services Vocational Aptitude Battery Test, or ASVAB, is a multiple-choice test that is meant to evaluate student aptitude for enlistment in the United States Army. If you plan to join the military, then you must take the ASVAB, but there are also benefits for those with non-military aspirations who just wish to determine their skill sets and obtain career guidance. The ASVAB will be given on Tuesday, March 22nd at 9 a.m. in the JROTC hallway. Scan the shown QR code to register or see Ms. Kotzen in room E213 with questions.
Attention Knights, 21st Century Leaders is hosting a crayon and coloring book drive, and they need donations. These supplies will go out to the Children's Healthcare of Atlanta, and students can earn 5 hours for every 10 items donated. You can drop off donations in Ms. Van Natta's room in C225 until March 11th.
The Midtown Athletic Booster Club is sponsoring a volunteer fundraising opportunity at Walden Athletic Complex's baseball and lacrosse games this spring. Students have the chance to receive volunteer hours and earn money for their team of choice. Scan the QR code shown on screen to sign up, and make sure to indicate which sports team you will be representing in the comments box. Volunteers are required to wear masks.
The Midtown Math Club is holding a book drive for new and used AP, SAT, and ACT study books. You can earn 3 service hours per book. Drop off books to Ms. Robinson in room C405. Donate today to help out a fellow Knight.
If you are great at math, you should sign up to be a tutor. Shifts are available Mondays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays between 4 and 5 p.m. in room C304. Scan the shown QR code to sign up for a shift. You get 2 hours per shift. And remember, if you need help with math, the Math Center is open to you for assistance on the given weekdays.
We're nearing the end of the week, Knights. Let's go to Nisha Ball with your weekend weather report.
Hello Midtown Knights, I'm Nisha Ball and I'm here with your weekend weather report. According to the Weather Channel, on Saturday we'll see a high of 75 degrees and a low of 56 degrees, and on Sunday we'll see a high of 81 degrees and a low of 59 degrees Fahrenheit. Have a great weekend.
Hi, I'm Spencer Lieberman, and welcome to Sports Splash Episode 11. The ultimate Frisbee season is kicking into gear at Midtown. The boys and girls varsity teams traveled to Chattanooga this past weekend to play in the Deep Freeze tournament. Both teams won first place in their respective divisions. The girls dominated in all of their games against other girls' teams and club teams, and the boys took a close win in their first game, then proceeded to have dominant victories in the 2 next games. Attention Midtown High School. Friday Night Lights are back at Midtown. We are happy to report that Midtown will be assembling a varsity football team for the 2022-2023 school year. The Knights' 10-game schedule has been released and can be viewed at the shown QR code. The team is slated to join the 5A region for next year, but will compete in a non-region schedule. Though this will render our team ineligible for the playoffs next year, we can pick the most competitive games for our team and rebuild quicker, rather than be forced to schedule against region opponents. We will have the opportunity to rejoin Midtown's region starting the 2024-2025 school year. In other soccer news, both girls and boys varsity traveled to North Atlanta on February 22nd. The girls came out with a dub, 2-0, but the boys took a loss, 1-0. Johns Creek came to Midtown last Friday to play us. The boys took a loss, 2-0, and the girls took a loss, 1-0. Both teams will play Maynard Jackson tonight at Henderson Field, with the girls playing at 5:55 and the boys playing at 7:45. In baseball news, the varsity baseball team had 2 games this last week, first being against Paideia, in which they lost 7-3. They bounced back on Thursday with a solid 12-0 victory over Drew Charter. They also came out with a win against Mundy Mill this past Monday, 5-3. They'll start region play next week against Chapel Hill. In cheer news, we are coming up on tryouts for the 2022-2023 school year. They will be held this March for all squads. On March 28th and March 29th, there will be cheer and dance clinics. March 30th will be the timed run and stunting assessment for varsity football sidelines only. And finally, the tryouts on March 31st. Please scan the shown QR code to fill out the interest form. Thanks for tuning in to Sports Splash. We look forward to seeing you next week. Go Knights!
Thanks for tuning in to this week's episode of Night View.
You can find us at the Night View channel on YouTube, so subscribe to keep up with new episodes or revisit the ones you missed.
Stay safe and have a great weekend.